going to talk together about adaptability. So we need to go big picture when we think about adaptability, because humans are born with this ability. That's the whole thing with the supposedly evolutionary theory of Charles Darwin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that we keep adapting, survival of the fittest, and we get stronger. And, you know, the nervous system, not right now is what we're talking about. Are we gonna, you know, how are we gonna adapt? And in order to adapt, we need to do things differently, right? We can't do the same.
I
And
like the little saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
exactly. So one thing that I promote, as you guys know, is the starting the adaptation within us. So the way we eat, to preserve our intestines, preserve our immune system, suspend our immune system, take some smart vitamins to supplement the nervous system, being vitamin D and vitamin C. Those two really important. And thank God with D, we can go get a little bit of sun every day. And that does it, 15 minutes a day. And that's it. That's all it takes, especially us aging ladies. I try to, you know, get some sun in my legs and
Yeah.
get that, you know, to absorb, especially for our bones. And then the adaptability needs to happen inside too. The adaptability of understanding what the big picture is and who are we and what is our role. You know, how can we best serve ourselves and serve others in our realm? Because it appears that the demands have grown. The amount of requests for me to attend clients, attend my direct reports, attend the needs of my family has increased exponentially. And my life has gone from, you know, relatively busy to acceleratedly intense.
Sure.
So I see that I am needing to adapt. You know, that's not the retirement I envisioned for myself. And so I'm being brought out from retirement, actually. You know, I was in cozy practice with about 10 clients a week, and now I am into high numbers of 60 hours a week attending to different kinds of demands. So what do I do? What do I do? I need to sleep well. I need to sleep well. I need to hydrate well. I need to get a little bit of exercise every day, a little bit of sun. And I need to maintain my emotions equilibrated so that I don't tax my nervous system, my neurochemistry, with intensity or with upset or with anxiety or with fear. So the two last ones are the ones that I haven't mastered so much. You know, every once in a while there's a little ugly head of anxiety and a little bit of fear, like, you know, hanging out with people. I am I'm not going to say phobic right now, a little hanging, but I am very wondrous. You know, I have several invitations to travel with tickets paid. And
Wow.
I went and I said, I'm doing it. I'm going in January. And I bought the ticket, and it gave 24 hours to cancel. And I spent about 17 hours with that, you know, kind of ruminating inside of me. I'm going. And at the end of the day, I said, no way, cancel it. Well, I canceled it. And I'm like, okay, book another one. And I'm just not able to do it. And that is just not me. You know, I was a traveler per excellence, traveling all the time, teaching courses, you know, and I take a little hiatus here in Florida for a few months, and then I'm on the road again, and that was fun. But I'm not courageous enough right now to venture out there. I'm waiting for more information. I'm waiting for more information. Meanwhile, what have I been doing? I've been doing a lot of internal work to consider um, developing a better neurochemistry. And neurochemistry is our thoughts, our emotions, how we sleep, how we think. So the brain doesn't distinguish very well from thought and reality. And we need to be really sharp to distinguish. It's like with children, right? Children, sometimes they can't distinguish very well between a fairy tale and real life. It's part of the function. And so adults also need to be careful with that. We need to learn how to do that, to distinguish reality from imagination, from hallucinations that we may have. You know, sometimes I think, oh my God, I did that. My husband is upset with me because I did that. You know, I didn't do this or that. And, you know, I'll come to him and said, oh, honey, I'm sorry, I didn't do that. I hope you're not upset with me. And he says, I'm not upset with you. It didn't even cross my mind. So I was like, oop, I hallucinated that. We do it. We make assumptions. Why? Because we want to predict the future a little bit. We want to have a vision of, you know, what do I need to do next? Do I need to apologize? Do I need to remediate? So it's like, there's many aspects of this in our jobs. How much we are operating from, or how can we know the difference, discern reality from I'm making assumptions, right? How do we distinguish that? So the way I do it is by having a daily moment every day to concentrate on things that are big picture. What gives clarity to the world? I ask. What is the most fundamental aspect of clarity in the world, in my world, in the way I operate? So I go very basic. There's night and there's day. When the sun rises, I see things more clearly. So I go to sleep, sometimes with an upset. I rest my brain, I rest my body. I wake up in the morning, the light is out, and I go, wow, yeah, beautiful day. Okay, now I'm going to go think about my problem. And I have a lot more creativity in the light of the next day. In fact, my mom used to say, there's nothing better than a day after the other with a night in between. And I believe that. You know, we rest, take a break, we go back and we are more creative, we have more resources. And so looking at the light of the sun, let me find a slide here I want to share with you guys, just a moment. Okay, I'm not there yet. I need to go in here and get this slide. Let's see if I am. Okay, what do you know? It's meant to be. So let us see. Share screen. Okay, that's not it. Okay.
Gotta love Zoom. All the skills we're learning, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, let me share my screen. Nicole, please.
Yes, you are co-host. You can share.
Okay, so let's see, share screen. Shay, here we are. All right, so sorry for the little screen stuff here. This is from another live. So this is a sunburst,
Oh, pretty.
right? So I do meditate with the sunburst in mind, because where does life come from in this planet? And most of everything is light and water. That's where it comes from on the most basic level. So, for instance, take a little seed, put in a little bit of soil. If you don't put water in there, not going to happen. It's going to be, for a long time, a seed in a soil for thousands of years, in fact. For thousands of years. We are finding seeds buried in seeds that never germinated, buried in these digs of thousands of years in archaeology. So we are rescuing some seeds of the past. So there was no water and there was no sprouting. And if it sprouts, if there's water, if it's covered up, it will only go so far. Without the light of the sun, it will not go very far, except for fungi. It's another creature altogether, which I recommend a lot of study about fungi. And fungi is inside of us, outside of us, and all around us. So they are organisms that are part of our lives. So going back to the sun gives us life. So, and creativity. And I want creativity. I want to be highly creative in everything I do. Think good ideas, have good solutions, handle the problems with a creativity that I love. And I've cultivated that in my entire professional life, creativity. And so I close my eyes, and I'm going to invite you guys to look at this picture very clearly, seeing that burst of sun that comes into our lives every morning. And close your eyes and feel yourself sitting in this chair. And feel where your feet are, and how you feel your legs, and how you feel your pelvis sitting in the chair, on the chair. And how is your spine aligned? And check to see if you can roll your pelvis forward just a tad and align your spine a little bit differently. So feel that connection between your feet on the floor, the position of your pelvis, and the alignment of your spine. So if you roll the pelvis backward a little bit, you sit back, notice what happens to your spine. So it's a different shape. So if you roll the pelvis forward, you notice that the spine and the shoulders, they take another position, and they have a different shape in relationship to one another. So the spine is rounder towards the front. And you actually can do that. Keep your pelvis rolled forward, and then you can round your spine as if you bring your face towards your belly, and then lift your head and look up to the horizon, and let the spine make a nice S curve, and your shoulders go backward. And right there, breathe. Breathe air into your lungs. Breathe and think of that sunburst, that beautiful sunburst picture that we just saw in the screen. And imagine that that picture is an actual picture of the sun, where light and clarity and great adaptability comes from. Because when the sun shines, let's say on a seed, that seed becomes something else. It adapts into a new being. So a seed adapts into a new beingness, and eventually is going to become such a different being, as an adult tree, that, you know, the shift from being a seed and being a tall, oak, that's the word. A tall oak is very, very radically different. So we can say that seed has adapted immensely. So we're like that, right? We need to connect to the light of the sun, connect to this moment of clarity each morning. Boom, a new day. So in this position where you have your shoulders backward a little, you're breathing, your pelvis is rolled forward, you have a clear idea of your feet on the ground. So you feel like a sustentation, a scaffolding, like your skeleton belongs like to you in a way that's scaffolding the rest of you, scaffolding your entire structure, right? Your feet, your pelvis, your spine, your neck, your head, everything is coordinated and organized in such a way that it's sustaining. It's sustaining yourself. You sustain yourself through this inner structure, this fundamental structure that's your skeleton. So when we feel that strength in our skeleton, the skeleton has a tremendous amount of capacity to hold us. So to think of our bones in relationship to the sun is extremely interesting, because the vitamin D that we draw from the sun goes right into our bones. Isn't that interesting? That goes right into our bones, gives the strength to our bones. So the sun is sustaining to us. The sun sustains us, and it sustains our skeleton. So we feel this connection of our feet, our pelvis. As it moves, you can roll it back and roll it forward. And as you roll it back and as you roll it forward, you feel that your spine change shape, your shoulders go back and closer together. You breathe a little different. And when you roll the pelvis back, you contract the ribs a little more. Your neck becomes shorter because it bends forward. You can look down toward your legs. You can even look down towards your belly and look down towards your chest and look down towards your neck. Look at the range of your eyes, and then you can begin to look away from your neck, go to your belly and go to your thighs, looking and looking. Of course, now you have to have the eyes open, and you look straight ahead. You look straight ahead, and you see that your eyes have a range of movement as well. So if you are with your pelvis rotated forward and your spine is erect, arched, and then you roll your pelvis back and you allow your spine to round, and then you let your eyes look down towards your knees and your thighs and your belly and your chest and your neck. Wow, all the way. What a range. The eyes can do that. And then we can look straight forward again, and we can go right and left and go gentle, right and left. And with the eyes, you can go up and down and right and left and up and down and to the left and up and to the right. Oops, go gentle, go gentle, go gentle, slow. And then the other way around, down and right. And if you close your eyes, it's better. let's see, down and right and up and left and low. And stop at the middle and rest. Wow, notice how much you feel in your eyes right now. Whoa, it really moved my nerve, my optical nerve. You know, it's like my whole little ball of the eyes, like, whoa, squeeze it. So squeeze it together, make it like, you know, squint really tightly, squint. Ah, and let go. Whew, that was intense, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Intense. And it's part of us that we seldom think about it. And so in our third eye, in our imagination eye, think of that sunburst. Whoa, ah, what a relief. Look at that sunburst, the sunlight, with our eyes closed, and the sun brings relief of the brightness. I feel a relaxation when I look at the intensity of the light with my eyes closed. Feel that, see if you can find that place of relaxation. And breathe. And think about. Say to yourself, inside of yourself, or you can say it aloud if you feel comfortable. Quietly. I expect great positive results, no matter what I see in front of me. The universe is reorganizing itself on my behalf right now. I expect great positive results, no matter what I see in front of me right now. The universe is reorganizing itself for my benefit right now. I accept myself totally and completely. I accept myself totally and completely. I know I'm doing my best. I know I am doing my best. I want to accept and function well. I want to accept and function well. Despite the fact that life is making many demands upon me right now, despite the fact that life is making many demands upon me right now, I know I am stable. I know I am stable, and I desire to do well, and I desire to do well, feel healthy. I desire to feel well, to feel healthy, to feel calm, and to feel content, grateful, cognizant that goodness is everywhere despite what's going on. All is well. all is well. And all will turn out well. Because we have the light of the sun with us. Because I have the light of the sun with me. And I have my skeleton, and I feel sustained by my being. And I want to feel structured and stable. That cool?
Yeah, I hate to go back to work now.
I know.
I
I'm
know.
so calm and stable right now, and I'll go back to work and it'll be out the window.
We have a concept in some of the material I teach, Terry. It's called anchor. So today we created an anchor. We anchored all of this wellness in the light of the sunburst that we're seeing in front of us. So all of this anchor into that sunlight. It's like when you think of that sunburst, you think of the sunlight, that well-being comes in. Like Shazam.
Nice. That would be good.
Remember the sunburst, remember the activity we just did, and that brings like an alignment, a wellness, and you go, I can do it.
Yeah, ready for the rest of the day.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you.